It's another rematch for gold. Dan Tom here with MMA Junkie to help you break down the main event for UFC 263 between Israel Adesanya and Marvin Vettori 2. Now, the first fight happened over a few years ago where we saw Adesanya use his length, crafty feints, as well as some quiet leg kick work to frustrate and outscore Vettori, who, to his credit, had a very strong third round where he was able to plant some seeds that would later plague the now champion down the road. And though Vettori did think that he did win that fight, he will have the chance to prove it for all the proverbial marbles this Saturday. At the time of this video, the odds makers in public are siding with the sitting champ Adesanya in the neighborhood of minus 240, with a comeback on your underdog Vettori in the neighborhood of plus 200. Now, this fight could very well play out more competitive than the betting lines lead on. However, I think Adesanya deserves to be favorited in this spot. He's shown plenty of skills before that perhaps Vettori has answered, but will need to answer against Adesanya specifically. He's faced guys with reach. He's shown that he can go 25 minutes on the feet, both with grappling mainly in mind, as well as a lot of heavy striking and a pace of output in that Jack Hermanson fight. So Vettori probably has improved more out of the two fighters since. However, I do believe that Adesanya still has improved enough in crucial areas like wrestling, at least against the clinch and standing, although his get-up game from half guard or even full guard was still shown to have problems in his last fight against Jan Blachowicz. If Vettori can consistently get takedowns, it could be problematic for Adesanya, especially if he can get him in the open and chain off from singles like he did in the third round of their last fight. However, Vettori seems to do his best work against the cage, and this fight will actually be in the bigger cage. So I'm not sure how that's going to work out. I feel like Vettori is really going to have to set his shots up in the open to have success. Whereas Adesanya, I think he has to do a lot of more of the same. He has to stick to what he's good at, stick to what kind of won him the fight the first time according to the judges, which I think is his length. I don't think Vettori likes to overextend himself, and I feel like he's still going to have to lean on those leg kicks because, at least from a statistical standpoint, despite being trained by the great Rafael Cordero, Vettori does not do that well with checking the leg kicks. He's a hard kicker, he's a respectable striker, don't get me wrong, but when it comes to checking the kicks, that is something to watch for in this fight. So for that reason, I'm actually going to go with a conservative Adesanya performance. He's going to stay long and use his leg kicks. I think at least will be the best strategy for him. We'll see how it goes this Saturday. Both fighters are going to have to answer some questions. Perhaps it's because I'm part Italian. I wouldn't mind being wrong here. I wouldn't mind if Vettori comes through. I'm going to go ahead and pick Adesanya by decision. For more on each fighter's games, as well as gifts and potential paths to victory, as always, check out my in-depth breakdowns at MMAJunkie.com, where you can find results this weekend.